Welcome Improvement Gang. Today we're gonna go over the book summary of The Millionaire Next Door. This book was written by Thomas J. Stanley, and what we're gonna get from it is a bunch of wealthy tips. These tips might even seem counterintuitive, but I trust that these tips are gonna put you on an advantage to make your wealth even better. My name is Mibar Zagoya, and I want to let you know a little disclaimer about this video. This video is not meant to be a chapter by chapter summary, but rather it's going to be an overview of the main ideas that it provides, and I'm here to share them with you today. Also, if you like this type of content of self-improvement, self-help, and self-development, I highly recommend that you hit that like button. The YouTube algorithm is going to recommend you more videos like this. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Okay, so the first thing here is going to be to not be flashy. Yes, I know this sounds very counterintuitive because all the social media is telling us to live our best life. Before COVID, you saw a lot of people flexing their Gucci, Louis Vuitton, flexing out their vacations, their new car. But what many people don't know is that those things are probably brought from credit. And if they weren't, the person probably is broke or had to save a lot of money, which is not what we want for a long-term wealth. It's not going to be healthy for us to be spending a lot of money on just experiences and material things if those things puts us at a disadvantage of our future. As the book says, and it says it in a very well thought way, it says, do not spend tomorrow's money for today's pleasure. And I think that just talks massive amounts of wisdom to what is going to be our wealth. I want you to know that living a modest life with a modest roof, cooked meals, with a very well off position. Maybe you don't have any luxuries, but you do have roof over your head, you have food, you have even some comforts. I want to let you know that that is a true way to live your life if by doing so you are accumulating a lot of wealthy assets. You know what they say, the rich people live poor to be rich, and the poor people stay poor because they're trying to live like they're rich. So make sure you take that to heart. Being less flashy, although it might be very intuitive to go with the flow, long-term situation is not going to benefit you. So just make sure you spend your money wisely and don't do stupid things. Okay, so the number 2 thing is going to be for you to please budget your money, manage your money, and just save a lot of money, i.e. an investment. You have bills, you have responsibilities, but you yourself also have goals. You have financial goals. Maybe you want a house, a better car. You have goals, and for that to happen, you need to make sure that you have a good system in place to reach those goals. Because I am telling you right now, you and I probably have the same goals, and that is to be financially independent. But there is a great difference. One could make it, that could be me, or that could be you, and one could not. And the main differentiating factor here would be how we go about it. If we just have the goal, we are doing nothing. But if we have a system, it's gonna make it available for us to reach our goal. Make sure you have funds, make sure you have savings. Maybe they let you go off from work, you have savings, and you're able to take a few months to look for jobs, and you're not worried about your financial wealth. I do want to let you know on this amazing secret, and I know it can be very intimidating, but if you have been seeing the news lately or the trends lately, you have seen about investing. Investing is becoming very popular, especially to a lot of middle or lower income families, and that is awesome because finally you're learning and starting to know that you are able to invest with as little as $25 a month, maybe even more, maybe even less, according to what you are able to give. But you are able to invest with a little bit amount of money. And I want to let you know, compound money, which is investing stocks and bonds, what matters is not the money. Time matters the most and is king in compounding interest. Now, of course, if you invest more money, you're gonna get more money. But I wanted to let you know that investing with time is gonna give you a much higher return. That means that if you start today all the way until you retire, or maybe to whatever you want to reach your goal, you're going to have a lot of money. But if you start 5 years, you're probably gonna lose $100,000, even if you're putting more money in 5 years. So you have to understand the power of compounding. And I will actually link up to a video here so that you know a good channel where you can get your information information about investing and all these money wealth hacks. Make sure that you please save your money, budget your money, and invest. And it doesn't matter the amount of money, but the time and what you do with the money. Okay, so the third thing here is going to be to educate yourself, because if you don't educate yourself, you're not going to know the rules of the game. This game called wealth has a lot of rules, a lot of tactics, a lot of odds, evens, and outs. You're going to need to know the ins and outs, the rules, everything that makes up this game. So make sure you educate yourself in everything that you can. You know, Roth IRAs, whatever it is, the Index 500, the investments. Make sure you are able to educate yourself, and please don't be lazy, because your wealth depends on it. So if you're serious about really maintaining your wealth and overachieving your wealth, then I highly suggest that education is the way to go. Another thing here, it is also your responsibility whenever you have kids, or if you already have kids, that you educate them. You have to teach them that not everything that they earn is going to be money that they can spend, right? Out of every $10, maybe they can spend $3 for themselves, but those other $7 are gonna go into taxes, maybe $2, and then the rest $5 are going to be for savings. So make sure you start with those habits as early. And also for yourself, make sure that you're not spending everything that you make, because that is just a horrible formula for failure. So make sure you know the rules, make sure you educate yourself. Trust me, so once you get to know the rules and you implement them, you're going to change your game, and you're going to be that star. You're going to be that star player in this game called wealth. I will also be linking down below the channel that I love, money talks and awesome concepts about investing, saving, debt, everything like that. It's called 2 Cents by PBS. And no, I'm not getting sponsored nor paid. I just know that this channel is really friggin' good at, you know, giving good advice, especially in the wealth sector. Okay, so the last thing here is that you're probably going to need a game plan on how to tackle these ambitious goals that you have for your wealth. If you go out there without any tactics and it's a big war out there, you're going to lose, you're going to suffer, and you're gonna go through things that you don't want to. To ensure that you don't fall out there, to ensure that you actually have a tactic on how you are going to go about this ambitious goals and for you to not fail, because trust me, how many times have you placed an ambitious, overwhelming goal out there and it has failed? It has failed not because you want to fail. As this little quote says, people don't plan to fail, but what they do is fail to plan. And so what I want you to do is to become a better person at planning your goals and become a better strategic person for you to conquer those ambitious, overwhelming goals. And for that reason, I made a video, a comprehensive video on how to achieve just that, your ambitious goals. And if you are able to take that step, make sure you click right here. Also, don't forget, click that subscribe button, click that like button, and also let me know, have you heard about 2 Cents and what do you think about that? Anyway, you have a good one. I'll see you next video. I will...